Rays return home from their long West Coast road trip, hosting 6 big victories. Tonight, they face the Mariners, a team they swept just last week in Seattle. Future Hall of Famers Ken Griffey Jr. and Ichiro look to break a slump of their own tonight versus Rays young gun Wade Davis. The Rays are back in town and on Sun Sports. Tonight, the Rays open a 5-game homestand. Carl Crawford T-shirts greeting the fans as they file through the entrance. This will be the first game of a 3-game series. The Rays playing host to the Seattle Mariners. Well, hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball. The Rays back here at Tropicana Field. With Kevin Kennedy, I'm Dwayne Statz. Great to have you aboard. Todd Callis will be along in just a moment. The Rays return home off a very successful road trip. They have the best record in baseball, leading the AL East by 2 games. They'll take on the Mariners. It's been a struggle offensively for the Mariners, but that's not the case for the guy at the top of their order, Ichiro Suzuki.
Ichiro's been incredible. 9 years in the big leagues plus. Every year he's been in the big leagues over here in the United States. He's hit over 200 base hits. He hits it all over the ballpark. We know that. He can serve it with the best of them in the game. Once in a while, he'll hit one out of the ballpark. He's leading off for this ball club. He's got 49 hits with 20% of the season underway. He's on pace once again for a 200-plus hit season, which would mean 10 years in the big leagues. He will definitely be eligible for our Hall of Fame, and I got to believe he's a first-ballot Hall of Famer over here.
Yeah, 2,000 hits here. He had just under 1,300 hits in Japan, so he's already eclipsed 3,000. If you put those together, he'll have 3,000 here as well. Great pitching matchup tonight, and it begins with the young right-hander for the Rays, Wade Davis, coming off a loss in Oakland, but boy, he pitched so well the last time he pitched here at Tropicana Field in that 1-0 victory over Zach Greinke in Kansas City.
And that last start, the last Sunday before the road trip, set the tone. It snapped a 2-game losing streak against the Kansas City Royals, and he had to face the 2009 Cy Young Award winner in Zach Greinke. He matched zeros with Zach Greinke in 7 innings, no runs and 3 hits. That was a win on a home run by Evan Longoria, 1-0 win, but he had great stuff, great command of his slider, great command of his curveball, pounded the zone with his fastball. He needs to do much of that the same tonight.
And here is the pitching matchup. Wade Davis looking for his 4th win of the year, and Doug Fister, who has pitched extremely well for the Seattle Ball Club. He's 2-1 with an earned run average 3rd best in the league at 1.71. This guy does not walk anyone and is very stingy with base runners, period. Rays starting this series against the Mariners. It's the first of a 3-game series. Cleveland will also be in for 2 on this homestand. Todd Callis and the Rays coming up. All of that just around the corner.
Friday night, lots of fans strolling into the Rotunda as the Mariners are in town for the first of three. Seattle and Tampa Bay just over 4 minutes away from the first pitch. In our Cabot Woodstains legendary performance, we will take you on the Rays' last road trip. It started at Tropicana Field, then it went all the way across the other corner of the country to Seattle, where the Rays were 3-0 at Safeco Field, on to Oakland's Alameda County Coliseum, where the Rays had a perfect game thrown against them by Dallas Braden and went 1-2 on that leg of the trip. But then after losing their third in a row, the opener to Anaheim, the Rays came back to win the last two against the Angels and made it a 6-3 West Coast trip. Turns out 6,865 miles in all, and the Rays return home with a remarkable road record of the year of 15-4. Now, one of the staples for the Rays all season long and for the past few seasons has been Tom Foley, the Rays' third base coach. Unfortunately, due to a family matter, Tom Foley is not with the Rays at Tropicana Field tonight. So the question is to Joe Madden in our Geico quote of the night, who's coaching third tonight, Joe?
Digolo Bobby Ramos will be out there, the deuce. He did 2 or 3 games in spring training when we had split squads, so he knows the signs, and we're very comfortable with that.
Will he have to have a serious face for 9 innings then today?
He'll be fine. I mean, it's a regular season game. That's just pretty much that was his spring training face. I think he'll be fine tonight.
Javi Ramos will be ready to go at third base, and Scott Kersey has the duties of being the bullpen coach. We are ready for baseball. The Rays and the Mariners on a Friday night. Enjoy all the action between Wade Davis on the mound for Tampa Bay, Doug Fister on the mound for Seattle, Dwayne Stats and Kevin Kennedy with the call next in high definition.
Homestand, and here is the starting lineup for Seattle. Ichiro Suzuki is going to lead it off, followed by Sean Figgins, and Franklin Gutierrez returns to the Mariner lineup. Mike Sweeney's the DH. Jose Lopez is at third, with Casey Kochman back in the lineup at first. Josh Wilson fills in for Jack Wilson at short. Adam Moore hits eighth. He's the catcher, and Michael Saunders will bat ninth. We are set to play ball with Wade Davis on the hill. Ichiro in the batter's box, and the first pitch is too high. We are underway right on time.
3-2 overall for Wade Davis in 6 starts. He's got a nice earned run average at 3.18.
Ichiro sends a fly ball straight back into center. That's going to carry over the head of B.J. B.J. Upton, who plays the carom on one hop. And into second with a double goes Ichiro. Well, Ichiro continues his hot hitting right off the bat.
And the rest of the defense, the outfield for the Rays, Carl Crawford left, B.J. Upton at center, and Ben Zobrist right. Evan Longoria at third base, Jason Bartlett at short, Reed Brignac at second tonight, and Carlos Pena at first base. John Jaso behind the plate. This defensive alignment review is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
Well, for Ichiro, that's his 50th hit of the year in pursuit of another 200-hit season. A double to start the game, and now Sean Figgins is in the batter's box. Shortens and takes the pitch. That's a strike. A good fastball. One strike to count to Figgins.
Now you'll expect Figgins to even run up the bunt again, trying to get some execution going for the Mariners to get that first run on the board, get a man into third base with less than 2 outs. Sean's off to a rough start.
And the bunt is foul. 0-2. It's particularly so from the left side. Right-handed, he's been pretty good, but from the left side, he's hitting only 125 with an on-base percentage under 290.
And that's why you saw him bunting twice to try to get Ichiro to third base. Saw him hit a lot of fly balls to short left field over there in Seattle, and Crawford is waiting for one right now.
Davis delivers the 0-2, and it's a ground ball headed toward the middle. Fielded by Bartlett, and the throw to first in time. Ichiro does go to third, as Bartlett had to go to his left toward the middle to field that one.
It's a nice job by Figgins to put it in play up the middle, but a better job by Bartlett to save a base hit, do a full 360, and get an out, and help eliminate what could be a big inning. Nice play by Jason.
So now it's going to be Franklin Gutierrez. He's missed a couple of games with an upper back issue. He's been their best hitter with men in scoring position this year, hitting .311 overall and just over .400 with men in scoring position. Rays have the infield in, and that pitch is a strike, reaching the upper part of the strike zone.
And not conventional in the first inning that you have the infield in, but for the simple reason Joe Madden knows the Mariners are having trouble hitting overall and hitting with runners in scoring position. So even if Gutierrez gets one through the infield, he doesn't anticipate a big inning, as good as the Rays defense and pitching has been.
Down and away, and the count is 1-1, and Doug Pfister, who the Rays will see tonight, has been pitching up a storm for the Mariners.
That's the other reason. So all those reasons are why Joe Madden's playing the infield in right here.
1-1 to count. And a high fly ball hit well back into deep left, and that one is out of here. He really laid into that one. So Gutierrez just back into the lineup for the Mariners, hits his 4th home run of the year, and the Mariners break out in front 2-0. Fan returns the ball to the playing field after Gutierrez hit it into the stands.
This is just a fastball that he tried to get in off the inside corner, but look how high up it is, and it's really over the inner third of the plate. And Gutierrez, we saw him hit every fastball thrown at him in Seattle, so that's a dangerous pitch, as you just saw, and he showed you how dangerous it was.
So a quick lead for Seattle. Mike Sweeney takes a strike. The Mariners have hit only now 17 home runs all year, and they're coming off a 3-home-run game in Baltimore, which is a very big deal for Don Wakamatsu's club. Ground ball, that's headed toward the middle, and a base hit for Sweeney. Sweeney takes it right back through the middle.
All 3 hits in this inning are fastballs. Once again, he's trying to go in. You see it run over the heart of the plate. And that's exactly what Sweeney did with it. He put it right back where it came from, right back up the middle.
So the home run by Gutierrez, he hit one off the Rays up in Seattle. He had a fastball the other way toward right field off Matt Garza. Hit a fastball out tonight to left field. Low and outside to Jose Lopez. A ball, no strikes. That's a foul ball out of play. A 1-1 count on Lopez. A double, a homer, and a single in this inning already. And that's a strike. Takes the count to 1-2.
Lopez must have been looking for a breaking ball because he got a fastball right down the middle and couldn't pull a trigger on it. That would tell you he wasn't looking for a fastball.
The pitch drops low. 2-2. The Mariners, who come into play tonight last in the league in home runs, have taken the lead on a long one. That's away. Full count.
Sweeney is not a runner, but if he is in motion, it's just to stay out of a double play. Should Don Wakamatsu elect to do that? He's anticipating contact with Lopez. We'll see if they want to stay out of the double play or not.
Runner goes. The pitch is fouled back, so they did have Sweeney in motion.
He's already worn out. Well, when you're not hitting, I mean, it's not a bad move by Wakamatsu. You force your hitters to execute and put it in play. When you're near the bottom in all offensive categories, you got to get something going. So you manage differently.
Another 3-2 pitch instead of move to first. Sweeney's back in there. He was quickened up on the move over there.
A little flinch right there. He knows he's going again on the 3-2 count. Not a bad thought. Throw over there.
And a long foul. Fastball, and Lopez pulls it well foul out of play. We'll see another 3-2 pitch.
A little issue here early with fastball command in the zone. Too much of the plate, too much up in the zone. Boy, Wade's down 2-zip right now.
Third 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled back. A fastball. So Lopez fouling the fastballs away. Ichiro opened with a double to center. Figgins grounded out. Then Gutierrez hit the home run. Sweeney is single to center. He's at first. And the full count pitch again made to Lopez. Instead of moved to first. Well, that was close. That was close.
Yeah, he didn't go the last two pitches, but he was going again there. Wakamatsu saying, you know what, Lopez is on the ball, so I'm going to send him, and he got caught. Little flinch right there. He just did get back. Got the right hand in just before Carlos Pena was able to tag the elbow.
Runner goes, and there's ball 4. A fastball misses down and away. So 4 of the first 5 men have reached here in the inning. Jim Hickey's going to head to the mound to have an early conference with Wade Davis. And we'll remind you that tonight's Rays broadcast on Sun Sports is presented in beautiful HD by H.H. Gregg. Well, the Rays want to put a stop to this. The Mariners have not been swinging the bats all that well. In fact, they're only hitting .213 for the month of May. And Pfister, their starting pitcher tonight, has been very, very good. So this becomes a crucial matchup here in the first. Casey Kochman against Wade Davis.
Yeah, you don't want this to be a bigger inning than what it is already. You figure you can come back even as well as Pfister's throwing, but you don't want to have to battle back for 3 or 4 runs in the first inning.
And the pitch a little bit low.
That's a good pitch. I mean, if that's not a strike, I mean, that's where you're supposed to pitch. What is? That's a good pitch.
And there goes a man stealing third to throw to third. Sweeney is in there. Sweeney got a great jump. Here's a veteran guy with a bad back, but it shows what you can do if you read the pitcher.
That's what that was. That was all on his own. Look at it. Nobody paying attention. You had a moving start. Wade Davis did not make him stop, and that's a youngster mistake right there on the mound, no matter who it is. Listen, Sweeney's the guy that had the team meeting about Junior and challenged the team to say, all right, whoever talked about Junior sleeping, step up, let's go. We'll fight right now. I mean, he's trying to ignite this team. He just took advantage of Wade Davis not paying attention to him.
2-0. There's a strike. 2-1. Well, the Mariners are looking for something like that to fire them up, because it's been a very disappointing start for a team that figured it would be even better than they were a year ago, and they figured to contend in the West. Kochman, a ground ball. Davis to second. 1. First base 2. The Rays get the 1-6-3 double play. They get out of the jam. 2 runs score, and the Rays are coming in to hit down by 2. Here's the lineup put together by Joe Madden, Jason Bartlett, Carl Crawford, and Ben Zobrist, with Evan Longoria hitting cleanup ahead of Carlos Pena and B.J. Upton. Pat Burrell, the DH. John Jasel will catch. Reed Brignac is out there at second base hitting ninth.
Doug Pfister, 6'8". Doug Pfister on the mound for Seattle. 6 starts, 2-1 record, a 1.71 earned run average, less hits in innings pitched, 31 hits in 42 innings, 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and a very solid 205 batting average against.
Well, here's Jason Bartlett to lead it off for the Rays. The pitch is down. 42 innings for Pfister, and only in 4 of those innings as the opposition put the leadoff hitter on base. That's why his earned run average is 171. It's as simple as that. 2-0. If you get that leadoff man, the percentages swing into the pitcher's advantage, and he has taken advantage of that. There's a strike. It's 2-1.
Yeah, he's all about command. He's an 86, 88 mile-an-hour fastball, sinker, slider, changeup.
And he just missed a little wide there. And he's tall. He's about 6'7" or 6'8".
Right.
So he gets a pretty good angle.
Yeah, he gets that the so-called downward plane, shooting that thing right over the top.
And the count is full.
You don't have to ask him to stand tall, do you? He's already standing tall.
That's right. Exactly.
And he's right over the top.
Ground ball back to third, foul. Bobby Ramos is coaching third, as Todd mentioned. Tom Foley out because of a family matter, and Bobby started out there without that helmet. He's always fashion conscious and thought he looked better just with the regular Rays cap. Another foul ball, but he started out there to coach third, and the plate umpire Wally Bell intercepted him about a third of the way up that third base line and sent him back into the dugout after the helmet.
I see Bobby backing up a little bit too in that coaching spot.
What Bobby has to understand is that whatever he wears, he looks good. Ground ball to third. Lopez up with this one, and the throw to first is in time. So Bartlett is retired to start the Rays first.
The Mariners defense behind Doug Pfister, Michael Saunders in left field, Frankie Gutierrez at center, Ichiro Suzuki in right, Jose Lopez at third, Josh Wilson at short, Sean Figgins at second. Casey Kotzman is the first baseman. Adam Moore is behind the plate. The alignment review is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
There's Carl Crawford. He takes a look at that one for a strike. Not a lot of at-bats in the Rays lineup against Pfister. Burrow 1 for 1, Pena 0 for 1, Zobrist 0 for 1, and that's really about it in the Rays lineup in terms of history against Pfister. 2 strikes to count to Carl.
Well, against Jason Bartlett, he just went right over the top and threw fastballs. Had a little bit of movement, but no secrets there. He just went right over the top. That last pitch was a little cutter to Carl.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Mr. drives that ball down most of the time in the strike zone. Foul back.
It's like a pitching machine. He just gets it on the mound, he's ready to go. Works fast. It's like the old Iron Mike, right over the top.
Burrow stays alive with a foul ball. Carl, a healthy lifetime average off Seattle pitching. 355. He trails only Joe Mauer among active hitters. And there's a ground ball headed toward the middle. Grabbed by Wilson. Throw to first, and that's in time. Josh Wilson up the middle, taking care of that ball hit by Crawford. 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, he got a good hop off the mound. Wilson did. Take a look. This thing hits the mound and skips up high, and that slowed it down just a bit. Nice pick by Josh. He got rid of it immediately. And had it not hit the mound and hopped up that high, it probably would have got right through the infield. Or at least Josh might have had to dive for it.
There's Ben Zobrist. That's a strike. Ben starting at 268. Rays have won 7 of their last 10. That's a base hit. Line into center field, and Zobrist is aboard. A 2-out single.
Having some better at bats, Ben Zobrist. This ball is down and away off the outside corner, but he goes down and gets it. And a side shot right here. Just throws the hands at it. Slaps it into center field.
Well, that's a nice piece of hitting.
Yeah,
that pitch in that location.
Yeah, just went with it. Take what the pitcher gives you.
Here's Evan Longoria. Evan looks at a strike. Evans in the top 10 in hitting at 326, ninth, second in the league, with 29 runs batted in. 2 strikes.
That had good sink to it right there.
Came into the same spot.
Another one. Right.
I'll tell you, Pfister confident in the late movement down and his command of that pitch. He comes into a power hitter. He's throwing 87 with a fastball, but because he has such confidence in his command and movement, he's done that twice now. And back in at first. Strikes to retire the side. Rays have a hit, leave a man, and at the end of 1, it's 2-0 Seattle. So be sure and check in with that. To log on, go to foxsportsflorida.com. 1-0 the count to Josh Wilson. The high popper up the right side. That's going to carry out a play. And the count is 1-1. Wade Davis, a little trouble with the fastball command in the first inning. Made 23 pitches and was tagged for the home run by Franklin Gutierrez. But that double play ball to this point, as far as the Rays are concerned, that's the biggest point of this game. Down to second base off a breaking pitch. Brignac throws him out. So Wilson is out of there, 4-3. Season underway as the Rays begin this homestand, but it's not too late to join the Rays with their season ticket plan. Ensure the best seats, biggest savings And all the great benefits by calling 888-FAN-RAISE. Here's Adam Moore, the catcher. Pitch didn't miss by much.
Wow.
1 ball, no strikes.
Off speed right there. Not getting the calls in the low zone. Low part of the zone. Wally Bell behind the plate. Take a look at this last pitch. Right there.
Wow. This went outside. 2-0. He's not only is he not getting the low pitch, he's not getting the pitch right down the middle.
Yeah, down the middle at the at the thighs.
That's a strike. It's 2-1 now.
Oh, yeah,
hey, we're all human, and you know, Wally's been doing this for 17, 18 years in the big leagues. I'd rather he be back there than me, but that was a strike. Wow.
Oh, he threw one to Kochman, too. The first pitch to Kochman was in the same spot. I mean, he got behind 2-0. I mean, that's a big difference. Fortunately, he hit the one hopper back to Wade. He fielded his position well for the double play, but, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
You got one night behind the plate every 4 days. I mean, my goodness. Sorry.
I love it when a manager comes out in you.
I know. And it comes out.
3-2. Well, yeah, I can imagine you saying that to your bench coach, standing right there.
Well, you are like my bench coach right here. That's why I'm telling you. And everybody else out there listening.
That's good stuff. Foul right back over the screen. We'll see another 3-2 pitch.
Well, you know, it's funny. The only thing you can see from the bench is height as a manager. So you can, you know, that's what Joe Madden can see. He knows the height. That's why sometimes you'll say, was it wide or was it?
3-2 is fouled away again.
I was going to say there was an article out, and I don't want to get into too much detail, but there's an article out that the Texas Rangers have a system where they also scout the umpires.
Yeah.
And they have a regular system. Now, every pitcher used to do that in the big leagues. At least in my day, they knew who was behind the plate.
3-2 lifted into right center field. Zobrist trying to track this one. It's going to be high off the wall. Moore's on his way to second, and he has himself a 2-base hit. That's off another fastball.
Yeah, the fastballs have been up. Every time he's tried to go in, look where the ball is. Middle in. That's not in. Middle in is not in to a hitter. That's in the sweet spot right there. So he's missed in trying to go in about 3 or 4 times, including the 2-run home run to Gutierrez. So,
you know, you're talking about the tendencies of umpires, and you know, from time to time we reference that because we'll keep little notes on things like that as well. But and you know, it's kind of interesting because you talk to one pitcher and he's all over that, and you talk to another pitcher and he doesn't want any part of that.
That's right.
Saunders misses the breaking ball.
Well, when I saw the article today, it reminded me of Roger Clemens, because Clemens knew exactly who was going to be behind the plate. If his day was the third day, his guy was the second base umpire tonight, and he already knew if he was a good low ball umpire, if he was quieter, a little higher. He knew that became part of his preparation. But you know, he learned that over time. You're talking about a veteran pitcher in his day, but you're right. A lot of guys, they got enough to worry about.
Exactly.
You know, hey, just follow the catcher and you tell me, and I'll go with it. All right, you call it and I'll throw it.
There's a strike on a fastball.
But, and I know reading this article today about Ron Washington and the Rangers, they have a system and they study that and they have their pitchers look at that. Mike Maddox, the pitching coach. And so not only do they know the opposition and know themselves and what they have that day, but they also know who the umpire is. And if they can get a wider zone or not, that's incorporated into their game plan, how they attack the opposition.
No ball. That's headed out of play, holding the count at a ball, 2 strikes.
Everything is so sophisticated now. And, you know, it can be at times information overload, though, too. Depends on who's pitching, you know, who likes that. I agree with you on that one. Not everybody just needs that. got enough to worry about.
And a wave and a miss. He got him on a curveball. Saunders out on strikes. First strikeout for Wade. 2 gone in the inning.
Well, it's good evaluation on Saunders because he's hitting every fastball thrown up there so far since he's been called up. And a variety of curveballs right here. Nice backdoor, back leg curveball right there for strike 3. That's a good pitch. Nice job by Jaso, too, in recognition of that. I know that was the game plan going in with Jim Hickey, pitching coach.
Well, here's another big at bat in this game already. Ichiro with a man at second. And an in. Ichiro started the game with a double. Scored on the home run by Gutierrez. Now he has Moore at second with 2 outs. Want to know the count on Ichiro Suzuki?
Yeah, with 2 outs and Figgins on deck, it's the guy you should be pitching around.
And a curveball in. Called strike 1.
You don't automatically put him on. It's only the second inning, just in case, because Figgins has been a 300 hitter. Let's face it, he's going to break out at some point. But you make quality pitches like you just did, a breaking ball right there to Ichiro.
And there's a strike, followed up by the fastball.
There you go, Wally. Wally's getting that low pitch now. That is right there. That's beautiful job by Jaso.
It's almost as perfect as you can get with a pitch in terms of location.
That's how you tap the pitch Ichiro, too.
He fouls that breaking pitch. Yeah, this is where the battle really begins with him, because he's got such great hand-eye coordination. He'll foul off any number of pitches.
Yeah, this is where he becomes a tennis player. He just serves it. I mean, he's moving up in the box, hangs there, and just slaps it foul. He's got that leg kick, but he doesn't glide forward with the leg kick from that side shot. He stays right there in the back leg. That's why he's able to read the pitch. If he glides forward, he could pound a fastball in by him, but he hangs there. So he can read if it's a breaking ball or a fastball by hanging there.
Fastball that time, and he defends against it and fouls it the other way out of play.
See, and I think the conversation might have been when Wade Davis called Jaso out is, this guy's looking to slap to left field. Let's pound him up and in. But when you look at that side shot and see his low, that front leg comes up. That was Sanahara. Talk about Sanahara in Japan. Balance.
Ground ball, bounce to the shortstop. Bartlett's throw in time, and that takes care of Ichiro. And Seattle, they leave a man. We go to the Rays half of inning 2. They trail 2-0. Padres down by 2. Carlos Pena ready to open the bottom of the second inning. Pena, Upton, and Burrell due up in this frame. Pfister, the right-hander on the hill. Pfister's only 26 years old. Got to the big leagues last year, made 10 starts a year ago. Cut and a miss. And he showed some signs a year ago with this team. He was only 3-4 with a .413 earned run average in 10 starts and 1 relief appearance. But he showed some signs of having very good command. Count is 1-1. And he has picked up on that this year to get off to a great start. It's inside. In fact, in his first major league start last August, that came against the White Sox, and he blanked them over 6 innings on just 1 hit, and that was an infield hit by Jim Thome. That's foul. George Hendrick ducking, and the count is 2-2.
He's just pounding with his sinker, and I believe that was a changeup that last one. But about 80% sinkers here early in the game.
Yeah, Derek Shelton said before the game he's looking for that sinker and the slider and that changeup. That comes into play. Ground ball, backhanded by Figgins. So Pena is out of there, hitting that one into the shift. Tonight and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. Here's B.J. Upton. Inside, 1-0. One ball, one strike. Two and one. The other thing about Pfister, he doesn't take a lot of time between pitches. It's the high strike, and it's a 2-2 count. That's a foul ball right in front of Laz Diaz as it kicked foul.
Now, it's not where it lands, it's where it crosses the first base bag. Landed foul from the camera's vantage point, but Laz Diaz has to judge if it went over the bag or was wide of the bag.
High fly ball back into deep left center. Gutierrez is there, and he'll make the catch a couple steps from the warning track. DJ under that one just a bit. 2 outs.
Yeah, he got a hanger there, breaking ball, and threw his hands at it, but couldn't get enough of it.
There's Pat Burrell. And there's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Pfister started his career in 2006. He was a 7th round pick in the June '06 draft. He's out of Fresno State. 2, a foul ball. A 2-run first. Seattle out in front. We're in the bottom of the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. short. Wilson makes this play, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. On to number 3 we go with a score 2-0 Seattle.
County, we have Susan Valdez. She is the Hillsborough County's School Board Chairperson, and also Emily Marrero, Hillsborough County's Teacher of the Year. Susan, let's start with you. Right now, budgets, education, the economy. It's tough for everybody, but especially schools. Tell us how it has affected Hillsborough County, if it has.
Well, when we saw the economic downturn coming our way, and the problems with the real estate and things of that nature, we started to really tighten up and look. Although things are very, very grim right now, Hillsborough County is in a good place. We have been planning very carefully as to what we're going to do. Luckily, in Hillsborough County, we have not had a layoff or any significant cuts with personnel. So it's phenomenal. And
I know you just got a big grant from the Gates Foundation. Tell us about that.
The Gates grant is a phenomenal opportunity that we have been given. It's $100 million over 7 years, and the purpose of that is to be able to enhance student achievement by having effective teachers in front of our classrooms, in all of our classrooms. So those dollars are specifically for that purpose, and it's just an exciting time to be able to be chosen as a district out of 16,000 districts in the nation, to be able to be chosen one of the ones to do it, and it's been the largest grant they have ever given to anyone. So we're very proud of that. Largest grant ever from the Gates Foundation, and you were talking about effective teachers. One of the most effective is to your right, Emily Marrero. Congratulations on Hillsborough County Teacher of the Year. Tell us a little bit about your class.
Well, I'm lucky to teach 21 fifth grade girls at Phillips Shore Elementary School, and it's been such a neat experience to work at that school and in this district, because I'm just always very supported by everyone and developed on my way.
What's the thing that you enjoy the most about teaching kids?
It's really when they come in the morning and they have so much to tell me, and they share their lives with us, and they celebrate with us when they do well, and it's the best job in the world.
Well, Emily, look to center field so everybody can see you. Hillsborough County's Teacher of the Year, congratulations, and Hillsborough County Chair Susan Valdez. Guys, back to you.
All righty. Well, they have their priorities in order. Go Rays, and congratulations. You just can't beat that. Figgins has grounded out. Franklin Gutierrez, who homered in the first inning, up here now. A strike to count to him. Out of play, a foul ball. It's 0-2. Wade Davis on the hill. He threw over 20 pitches in each of the first 2 innings. Went full count to Figgins and got him on a ground ball. Breaking ball and a ground ball slowly hit. Bartlett's throw to first in time to get Gutierrez. 2 up and 2 down.
Quick release again by Jason Bartlett, playing a nice shortstop tonight. It's another breaking ball. Wade's starting to get that curveball and that slider going now. Second time around the lineup. Nice play. Quick release. Perfect throw.
So now we'll take a look at Sweeney. Mike Sweeney, the DH. There's a strike. Well, Sweeney will be 37 in the middle of the summer. And he swiped third base in the first. That was his first stolen base of any kind since August of 2006.
That tells you exactly what we were talking about in the first inning. He's trying to ignite this team any way he can. We're not going to pay attention to him. He went on his own for sure.
High up the right side. Zobrist a long run. That's a fair ball when he makes the catch. And the Mariners are up and down 1-2-3. They lead 2-0. To see what it's like on a game day on the field in the office and from up above with the video board. It's all part of Inside the Rays, a day in the life. It premieres Sunday at 4:30 right here on Sun Sports, and Reed Brignac will be a part of that. Reed to hit second in the bottom of the third. John Jaso leads it off. Pitches a strike around the knees. Jaso, then Brignac and Bartlett. Nothing in 2.
He's got a lot of confidence in one pitch, doesn't he?
Sure does. He's confident that he can make good pitches with it, find good locations. So far, that's what he's done most of the year. 2-2.
Little slider right there, a little cutter, cut to it.
He's not worried about strikeouts. He'll pitch to contact. There's a ground ball back to the mound. Easy toss to first, and Jaso's out of there.
See the catcher Adam Moore give that one with a wiggle. That's the sinker ball sign. It's not a four-seam fastball. That's why he gives the wiggle with it when he puts the finger down. And that's exactly what that was. Little fading action, and Jaso rolled over it right back to the box. There's Adam Moore. You see that one when he puts that number 1 down. You got to believe he'll start. No, he's going a little breaking ball here. Let's see.
Brignac.
Hey, mix it up.
He executes with a breaking ball. Down and in, a curveball right there.
Well, they saw Brignac come off the bench and hit a double about the deepest part of the ballpark at Safeco Field, so they know he can hit a fastball.
Back again in there, this time for a ball. So a couple of curveballs here to Brignac.
There's the sinker ball sign with the wiggle.
And a base hit past third between Lopez and the bag up the line. Reed's hustling his way into second, and he's there safely. That ball loose. He's going to try to go to third, and will make it without a throw. Pfister, the pitcher, had to run it down. Boy, there's some good hustle by Brignac right there that forced that play, and he winds up at third.
Well, he's looking too right out of the box, and a nice piece of hitting because he did not roll over the sinker. He went with it. That's how you hit a sinker baller. Look at him stay inside it. And he's digging for 2. As soon as he sees it gets past third, he's not even thinking about holding up. And that's why he forced this double, which he's actually in there pretty easily, and the throwing there. Checkers double the game right there.
Well, the Rays have a man at third. Saunders charged with the error in left. Now Jason Bartlett, and that pitch just missed. Fastball to start Bartlett.
That was a good shot of his swing from center field there that you saw hit just short and went the other way with that sinker.
Bartlett takes a good look at that pitch for ball 2. Those pitches were close, and a good eye by Bartlett. He's up in the count. Well, that's going to be a strike. 2-1.
This is actually a good combination. A ground ball pitcher and the infield's playing back to get that run in. You don't want a fly ball here. You don't need a base hit. You want to get that run back, cut the lead in half.
That stays inside. 3-1 the count.
Of course, the only spot you don't want to hit it is the third base. Obviously back to the box. If third baseman is in, he'll make a play at home. It's hit hard there.
Now full count.
But that's what that sinker does down and into righties. I think he'd come right back with that sinker again. Try to get a ground ball to third. Lopez backed up. Here's a changeup.
And the Rays are going to get a run out of that. That's a ball. So they don't need the ground ball as Brignac is balked home.
I think Pfister caught his cleats in the dirt, I believe. Happens occasionally. Not a good time for Pfister or Don Wakamatsu to watch that. Let's see. Yeah, when he went to stride with the left foot, watch his cleats bite the dirt right here, stumbling, made him stumble right there. He couldn't plant.
Now the 3-2 to Bartlett. He hits a ground ball to short. Wilson up with it. The throw to first is in time. Bases empty, 2 outs with a run home. It's a 2-1 game.
.50 pitches already.
Crawford shortens. The pitch is a strike.
Don Wakamatsu has a pretty good and strict pitch count on some of these starters. He took Felix Hernandez out last night after 102 pitches. A 5-1 lead, and guess what? In the 8th inning, Baltimore scored 5 off of Brandon League and beat the Mariners. Pfister's maxed out at about 100 in all of his starts. So pitch count is an issue against certain ball clubs, probably Seattle more so than most.
Fouls it out of play. 1-2. Well, the Mariners made a big leap last year from 61 wins to 85. And they did it on the strength of good defense. Swing and a miss. Crawford out on strikes. The fastball up. Got him. Rays with a run. We're through 3. It's 2-1 Seattle. Ichiro and the Mariners look to get back on track. They head to Tampa Bay and battle Evan Longoria and the Red Hot Rays. Coverage of Fox Saturday Baseball presented by Budweiser begins at 4 p.m. Eastern on Fox. There's a first pitch from Wade Davis. Wade had a very good third, a 1-2-3, 13-pitch inning. He made 23 first-inning pitches and 22 in the second. Two and one. Be good to see him with another low pitch count inning in the fourth here. 3 or 4 of those together.
Yeah, and the lead cut in half right now. Important to put a 0 up there. Get the offense right back up the plate.
Breaking ball tapped to third. Longoria makes the play, and Lopez is out. One away in the fourth. Leadoff man retired. And it's time for the AT&T trivia question of the night. Who are the only 3 active players to have had 3 140 RBI seasons? Casey Kochman. Pitches low. Kochman pops it foul. That's out of play. A fastball back. And it's 1-1. Kochman out of Seminole High School. He's missed the last couple of games. He was hit by a pitch on his right ankle. That was last week. Two and 1. 2-2. One out, base is empty. 6 in a row retired by Davis. Kochman granted time by Wally Bell.
I think Davis shook to the changeup.
And a ground ball. Reignac takes care of it. 2 up, 2 down. A couple of ground ball outs here.
Good thinking by Wade Davis. He shook to the changeup. That's what took so much time, and he stayed with it even after the called time by Kochman.
Got him to roll over to the right side. A lot of info today.
Now Josh Wilson fouls a first pitch fastball. The Yankees are playing against Minnesota. Boston's at Detroit. This pitch is down 1-1, and Toronto entertaining Texas. In the game at Yankee Stadium, the Twins are hitting in the top of the fourth, leading 1-0. 1-2 the count to Wilson. Texas has an 8-3 lead at Toronto after 2. The Rangers had a 3-run first. Toronto came back with 3. And then Texas scored 5 in the second inning. To the count. Some fouls this one out of play. Boston leads Detroit 5-1 on the strength of a 5-run first for the Red Sox. Tigers hit in the bottom of the third. Starting play, the Rays had a 2-game lead on New York, 5 up on Toronto, and 6.5 in front of Boston. Crawford's after this one. He's got it. 1, 2, 3. 8 straight. Retired by Davis. Sobras, Longoria, and Pena do up. Rays trail 2-1. $15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. By Buddy's Home Furnishings, where there's no credit needed and up to 6 months, same as cash. And by Dodge Ram Trucks, award-winning Ram trucks, plus a new heavy duty, making one of the most powerful lineups in Ram history. Boy, that's a great shot.
It's a beauty.
Great work right there. Ben Sobras taking a pitch down. I want to know, wasn't it Icarus who got too close to the sun and melted his wings?
Yes.
There's a base hit. Ichiro with a pickup. Sobras with a nice turn. Well, Ben has done something here that hasn't happened a lot this year against Pfister. He has a leadoff single. It's only the 5th leadoff single.
It's amazing.
In 46 innings given up by Pfister.
You know, Ben has had some really good at-bats lately, too. Really, I saw some really good at-bats, well, we all did in Anaheim, where he was just more patient, letting the game come to him. recognizing he's getting more off-speed pitches.
He's 2 for 2 tonight. Now Evan Longoria. And Pfister works over the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, I think Evan thought that was a little bit away. Looked like it too from the center field shot.
Evan started to go and checked on the appeal down to Laz Diaz.
That was a pretty tough biting sinker right there. That's why Evan almost did not hold up. Looks like a four-seam fastball and the bottom falls out. This was tough to run on too because everything is a slide step. His normal delivery is almost a slide step. As we saw it with the runner at third, he balked. Barely picks that front leg up.
This one biting off the plate, well down and away, 3-1.
Decision to make here for Joe Madden if he wants to send Benzovers 3-1 or just let Evan have a free swing here. He might wait till 3-2 to send him.
And there's ball 4. So the first 2 men are on in the home half of the 4th inning. Single and a walk. Wakamatsu is going to take a little stroll himself. We'll look for the answer to our trivia question, brought to you by AT&T. Only 3 active players who've had 3 140 RBI seasons. The answer, 3. How about that guy? Ken Griffey Jr., Ryan Howard, and Manny Ramirez. And Ken Griffey Jr. not in the lineup here today. All kinds of talks going on about Ken Griffey Jr. He's been accessible to the press. He'll take questions, but he's really non-committal. He handles it in a veteran way. Over that incident to whether he was available to pinch hit or back up in the clubhouse asleep. He said the other day, he said, I'm really not going to get into it. I can't win in that situation. And he's been that way. He'll talk, but nothing of real direct response to any of that.
I think the disappointing thing, I'm sure Junior feels this way, I would, is it was one of 2 of your teammates that leaked it out. You got a problem with Junior, go to Junior about it.
And time called. Pena getting time. Pfister was about set to make a delivery.
You know, whether that was true or not, I know that Don Wakamatsu said that it was not true at the time he needed a pinch hitter. He said Junior was available and out on the bench if I wanted to pinch hit for Rob Johnson, but he didn't say whether or not Junior had fallen asleep earlier.
Off speed pitch in there, a strike call to Carlos Pena on the slow curve. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, Junior told one of our local writers here today that he says, I don't know, I might retire in a few days, might retire in a week, and might retire at the end of the year.
And it should be his terms, as we talked about in the pregame show. At least my feeling is, you know, he's earned that right over time. It should be on his terms. Obviously, they want to see production out of him, but Don Wakamatsu said this the other day. You know, listen, he was a big part of our club last year, and he hit 19 home runs. So, you know, he's earned that.
1-1 and a high fly ball the other way into left. Saunders is there to make the catch. Tag at second. Zobrist will hang on and go back to second, and with that, Longoria retreats to first. You know, the other thing about that Griffey story, Larry LaRue, a veteran writer from the Northwest, wrote that story and ran into some resistance from the Mariners, and I just don't think that's right. You know, he's not he didn't make that up, and he's not the 2 guys on the club that talked about that. And so I don't think he should be the guy that would be singled out there. I really think it's an internal Seattle Mariners situation more than anything.
Well, when I heard about it, I have a problem with the messengers myself.
Yeah.
I mean, we always give those guys a pass, so why should they get the pass? What's in it for them? Why would they do it? Especially if you're a teammate.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you're a teammate. What's the reason?
Yeah, I mean, LaRue's, he's going to write it. Somebody says that. That's his job. Pitch is fouled, out of play. 0-2, and he's not. He's not looking to make something up. I mean, so it's, you know, I have no question that it was said to him, and now whether that information was right, wrong, or anywhere in between, that's a whole other story. But he's not the guy. There's a ground ball off the bat of Upton. Wilson 1 over to first 2. 6-4-3, sharply hit ball. They turn it into 2. 2-1, Seattle through 4. At shortstop tonight, and Justin Bartlett keeps the Rays in the game and gives them the edge. You too can keep your edge with Just for Men mustache and beard.
Yeah, Jason's had a lot of action tonight. Get rid of the ball quickly. A lot of assists. That's that big double play ball in the first inning to keep the game at 2, and now it's 2-1.
Here's Adam Moore. It's a long fly ball deep to right. Zobrist is going to run out of room. And on the first pitch here in the 5th, it is again a 2-run deficit. First pitch fastball. And Adam Moore, who doubled to right center on a fastball in the 2nd, hits a fastball out to right field in the 5th.
Yeah, they were trying to go away, and this ball is away, but it's up. You see it at the upper third of the zone right there. And it's the same way he went, as you said, in the 2nd inning with his double.
Michael Saunders. First pitch strike. 2nd home run of Moore's career. His first this year. Two strikes the count to Saunders. One and two. Ground ball handled by Bartlett from the ship. One away. To the top of the batting order. It'll be hot in here tomorrow.
I know where you're going.
Take on the Mariners, and the next batter up is Nelly. The post-game concert presented by Hess Express. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets. The concert tomorrow after the game. Ichiro takes the pitch inside. We haven't heard from Todd. He might be lined up getting his tickets for his entourage.
Yeah, I think he is.
1 ball, 1 strike to count to Ichiro.
So at what part of the concert does Nelly sing that song? Probably a little bit later.
Probably
can't
later,
open up. No, can't go early. First 3. No.
By the mound towards second. Brignac makes the play, and Ichiro is the second out. 2 up, 2 down following the home run. John Figgins will be the hitter. You're right about Figgins. He was 0 for 2 tonight. Came in hitting 185, but that just can't last because he's too good a hitter for that.
No, I've had guys that have hit a $180 through the end of May and ended up hitting 297. One guy was Rafi Palmeiro in his free agent year. Back in 1993, he was hitting about $180 for 2 months. The only thing, we told him was don't let the first couple hundred at bats affect the next 400 because you're going to be in there every day. And he played 161 that year and ended up hitting 297 and hit 37 home runs. So when you're a proven hitter like Sean Figgins is, it'll all level out. It's just frustrating to watch right now for the Mariners.
Another ground ball handled by Bartlett, throw to first, and so 3 ground balls following the home run. Home half of inning 5 coming, 3-1 Seattle. Yeah, the great Gabe Wheeler is going to be involved in that.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I've got a section number, I think 205. There's a girl who's 16 years old. She's autistic.
Okay.
But she's going to be here. She watches every game.
It is 3-1 Seattle as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Up in the press box alongside Rays writer on FoxSportsFlorida.com, Dave Shiver. Dave is doing a live chat tonight. Tell us what the fans are talking about.
Yeah, a lot of people are very interested in the Hank Blaylock situation, what might become of him. A lot of people also concerned that the Rays may not be hitting for the average that they should be, but then you have to look at the results too. So a lot of debate back and forth on that.
Pat Burrell leads things off, and he takes a called strike. I asked you earlier how it's going. You said it's been real busy tonight.
Very busy, and I think that's just a direct result of what we saw on the road trip. A lot of interest in this team.
Well, guys, after that 6-3 trip, a lot of people logging on to FoxSportsFlorida.com for tonight's live chat. Back to you.
Well, the more the merrier. And this club has generated a lot of attention, not only here in the Tampa Bay region, but around the country. Figgins with the pickup. Matt Burrell is the first out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. John Jason's on his way to the plate. We'll remind you, you can follow the Rays all year long also by logging on to The Heater, the official baseball blog of the St. Petersburg Times. Every day, Rays beat writers Mark Topkin and Joe Smith bring you thoughtful insight, breaking news, predictions, and more only at TampaBay.com. Jaso takes the strike. Jaso out pitcher first on a sinker his first time.
You know, I think that's pretty fair conversation. Fans are inquiring about Hank Blaylock.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how that works itself out. We talked about it the other night on the road trip, and Blaylock's done about all he can do down there.
Well, you got a
tie 2-1.
Proven 29-year-old hitter. I was surprised he didn't have a big league job anyway. I really was. And when Andrew Friedman was able to sign him, I thought, what a great move.
Down to first. Kochman with the toss to Pfister off the mound covering. So 2 ground balls, 2 up, 2 down. The bases will be empty for Reed Brignac. Well, and we've seen and heard all of the conversation and speculation as to how the Rays can accomplish that. You know, would it involve Pat Burrell? Would it involve Sean Rodriguez? Would it involve maybe Andy Seidenstein?
Right.
All of those things, and it's all speculation and not founded on any fact at this point. There's a strike. But I think the bottom line is that whatever happens, and we touched on this the other day, that the GM will try to keep all the talent he can in the organization. And that's one thing that when a player move like that, or a potential player move is at hand or is considered, that's the first thing they try to do is keep all the talent.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's not as simple as saying, well, we're going to release somebody. It doesn't work that way, especially if you're paying a lot of money to certain guys. So I mean, you've got to be. Besides, it's a long major league season. What if you do that, and the guy you call up gets hurt all of a sudden, he's out.
Yep.
Kelly Shopping. I mean, you know, unfortunately. So you've got to keep your depth in your organization.
Inside to Brignac, the count is 2-2.
Look at last year what happened to Hockey in Europe. And Adam Kennedy was already gone by then because Mark Ellis got hurt in Oakland. Fortunately, the Rays have Ben Zobrist.
You know, and that's what speaks to a guy like Sean Rodriguez.
That's right.
You know, he gives you such great flexibility, and he's so valuable to the team because of that. And you give him a few at bats, he's going to get a few hits with some pop too.
Well, he's also shown to be, for me, a pretty good defensive player. Mm-hmm. Nice play at second base the other night in Anaheim to help save the game, really. Threw some grind him out close games with the Angels.
Yeah, he can do that around the field as well. Now still 3-2.
Brignac so far is 2 at bats is showing the right approach, trying to go the other way. Even on that pitch, he was not trying to pull it.
Yep, and that was a pitch, one of the few that's been up.
That's right. Stayed on top of it and tried to go to left center.
And he draws the walk. So a couple of very good at bats for Brignac. It's been fun to watch him develop.
It really has. Yeah, his swing is so much different this year, but they work with going to winter ball, plus with Derek Shelton using the field, line drives. Derek.
And Jason Bartlett will be up there. You know, the other part of that live chat that was going on, they're talking about the Rays offense, and you know, hitting, just the nature of hitting, you're going to go through cycles where you hit and cycles where you don't.
That's right.
And I think the challenge for Derek Shelton and the Rays lineup, there are enough strikeouts in this lineup that they really have to concentrate on having quality at bats. You hear situational hitting, and that, I think, is the biggest challenge to this club on a day in and day out basis.
Well, and I think too you have to balance out on base percentage versus jumping on the first pitch, because if you've got control pitchers and they pound it, it's tough to hit 0-1, 0-2 all the time. Because now you do get in a strikeout count. No advantage. Advance for Brignac. Not out far enough because Moore got the ball out in front of him and it goes side to side with the ball. But that's the other thing you got to weigh out. You know, it's fine to work the count, but if you and the Rays have faced a lot of strike throwers recently. This last road trip, there were a lot of guys that pounded the zone, and I think that's why Weaver, for example, Jared Weaver had 12 strikeouts. Everybody was hitting 0-2. So you got to weigh that out and talk in your adjustment that you're talking about. Say, hey, you know, sometimes you want to keep them honest too and jump on that first pitch. It might be the best fastball you see.
A 2-1 count to Bartlett. Now it's 3 balls and a strike.
The way Ben's swinging tonight, you like to get Zobrist up there. I don't think Brignac would be going right here. He may. We'll see. We do have a strike thrower and a ground ball pitcher.
And a move to first. Brignac back in. He stumbled just a bit as he hit the bag, but had his foot on the bag and kept it there. Runner at first, 2 gone, 3-1 the count.
Kind of want to make Pfister go all the way, 3-2 count before you run.
And there is a strike. Now it's 3-2. He'll be off with 2 outs here.
Yeah, that's what Joe Madden was thinking about. Let's make him go all the way. And Jason takes a pitch that is a pitcher's pitch. That's a good take right there.
Step back here. He's going to be going. Three, 2, and a liner, base hit into right. Brignac will go to third. Now Bartlett takes Pfister the other way into right and picks up his first hit tonight.
2 good at bats back to back. Reed Brignac working the count, going the other way, and now Jason Bartlett, who had pulled the ball twice in his first 2 at bats, he gets a sinker over the plate a little bit. He stays inside it and gets it over a leaping Sean Figgins for a first and third situation now for the Rays with Brignac in motion.
Now the Rays have a 2-out threat with Carl Crawford due up. Today, the pitching coach to the mound. And the Rays down by a couple, trying to somehow pull it even. Don't forget now, you can watch a Rays game from the all-inclusive Whitney Bank Club. It has extraordinary seating and luxurious lounge and dining areas. The Whitney Bank Club features upscale full menu buffet and inclusive drink options. For those of you who are in there right now, you know how great it is. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or go to RaysBaseball.com to purchase or to pick up more information. Right-hander Teixeira. Kaneko Teixeira starts to loosen. Now here's Crawford. Pitch is down. A little over 20 pitches in the inning, and Pfister's pitch count is up to 89.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about working the count against Pfister, and we talked earlier about Don Wakamatsu. He pretty much pulls the plug at 100 pitches, especially with Doug Pfister.
Takes this one down and in. 2-0.
Mentioned earlier, like to get Bud Zobrist up at the plate this inning. Paul Crawford working the count now, having a better at bat than his first 2 at bats. Ben's the man that's 2 for 2 already.
Crawford takes ball 3. 3-0. That's 3 straight 3-ball counts. He went 3-2 to Brignac with 2 outs. Brignac has keyed this threat with that great at bat, drawing the walk. Then 3-2 to Bartlett. He's singled sending Brignac to third. Now 3-0 to Crawford. And he takes ball 4. That's going to load the bases. Bases loaded with 2 outs. 2 walks with a base hit sandwiched in between.
Number 18,
Ben Zobrist will be the hitter.
Now this is where Ben, after 3 in a row, 3-ball counts like you're talking about, Dwayne, he's got to let the game come to him as he's been doing. Very selective. Not chasing this situation. Because they still know he doesn't have any home runs yet, but the Mariners certainly know he is the 3rd hitter so far this year, and he does have home run power.
And swings, and it's a fly ball back into right. He got a fastball, but Ichiro makes the catch, and that retires the side. We're through 5, 3-1, Seattle. Gutierrez belted a home run in the first inning. Rays got a run on this double by Brignac. He went to third on the bad throw by Saunders and scored on a balk. That made it 2-1. Adam Moore's leadoff homer in the 5th. On a first pitch fastball, he took it to right, hit it out, made it 3-1. And that's how we stand as we go to the 6th inning. And Ben Zobrist just missed making this a Rays lead with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
He sure
that
did.
Fastball down off the end of the bat just a little bit.
He got a fastball right in his wheelhouse, and he just got out in front a little bit. Otherwise, that's a grand slam. But it's a pitch, a good load on the back leg. His eyes light up just off the end, and he knows it. He knew that was his pitch.
2-1. It was just that close to being a Rays lead. And you can see the frustration on Ben's face. 2-1 to count to Gutierrez here in the 6th. Curveball is wide. Now 3-1. Well, Wade Davis, after a couple of 20-plus innings in the 1st and 2nd frames, recovered nicely, made 84 through 5, and now he's 3-1 to Gutierrez. Got him to chase the high fastball, and it's a full count.
And Gutierrez looking for another long ball right here. Got a fastball up and out of the zone. But that's his free swing. So I mean, that's if you're going to take a big hack and expand your zone, that's the guy. If you're the Mariners, you want to do it. He's your main power threat right now.
3-2, and it's low. So leadoff walk in the 6th inning. We'll put Gutierrez at first. You can sign up at Kane's Furniture for a chance to meet one of your favorite Rays players. And if Rays pitchers come up with 10 strikeouts in a home game, log on to CanesStrikeout.com. Get a coupon for free Papa John's pizza. Get the Canes today. Now Mike Sweeney, who is the DH. And a strike.
Slider right there. First pitch. Fooled Sweeney. Good double play man right here. Gotta believe Don Wakamatsu with a 2-run lead. Think about moving Gutierrez. Picking his spot for a stolen base.
One strike count. Nothing in two. A fastball. Fastball following the slider.
Not much of a lead over there by Franklin Gutierrez on those first 2 pitches. Now he's trying to get another stride or so. He was hugging the bag on those first 2 pitches.
And a nice stop right there by Jason.
Yeah, I'm watching Gutierrez. He had a pretty good secondary lead too. He was anticipating a ball in the dirt. He was ready to break. That Jason not block that as cleanly as he did.
Lance Cormier has just started to throw in the Rays bullpen. The pitch is a fastball down. 2-2.
Mariners have 28 stolen bases, only 5 behind the Rays. That's tied for 5th in the American League. Good running count right here for Gutierrez. Wade Davis wants to make it happen on the 2-2 pitch.
Fly ball, center field. Upton will have to go back for it, but he's there and makes the catch. Sweeney is the first out in the 6th inning, and a pretty nice job right there of having Sweeney out in front. That kept that no deeper than it was. It looked like a breaking ball.
Yeah, he's cultivated his curve and his slider here in the latter few innings that he's been involved in. Hickey getting together here and how they want to attack Lopez. Pitch count's getting up there a little bit also. Give Cormier a little bit more time. 95 pitches for Wade Davis. 63 for strikes. It's a good ratio. You know, the problem wasn't throwing strikes. The problem has just been the command of the fastball early. And even the home run to Moore, it was up. Nothing wrong with throwing a fastball. He just got the ball up.
So here's Lopez for the first. Gutierrez is back in.
And of course, the fastball in the first inning trying to jam Gutierrez. Couldn't get it in, and he turned on and hit it out of the ballpark for a 2-run shot.
Again, a move over there. He's back.
It's almost like the Rays are thinking first pitch hit and run here. One out.
Well, the breaking ball stays in. Up a little bit as well, perhaps. 1 ball, no strikes. In the 6th. Tap foul. It's 1-1. Lopez, another guy who is capable of doing way more offensively than he has shown so far this year.
Yeah, he's got some power. I mean, he had pretty good numbers last year, and I think that's exactly what Jim Hickey was concerned about too. Keep the game right here.
first goes Gutierrez. Start by Gutierrez on the throw into center field. Gutierrez will go to third. Well, Gutierrez alertly headed to second base and goes to third on the throwing error.
Yeah, he had a good secondary lead on the last time the ball was in the dirt and was ready to take off. Jason was able to block it and keep it right there. This one, he just got to put in his back pocket. That's a tough pitch. He blocks it and keeps it right there, but Gutierrez is already gone, so he tries to make a great play and instead throws it into center field. You like the effort, but you know, with more experience back there, you recognize just put it in your back pocket, keep the runner at second base. You had no chance.
Wild pitch and an error on the throw. Now the infield is in. 2-1 the count to Lopez. And he shoots it up the right side. Foul. 2-2. Lopez, through the years, the last couple of years, has been tough against the Rays. He has 4 home runs off Rays pitching, but they've been able to contain him pretty well so far this year. He's 1 out of 12 against them. Trying to keep that trend intact here with a 2-2 count. And it's low and outside. Full count, and with that, Davis over 100 pitches, right at 100.
And you got to double up on the breaking ball right here. Go for the strikeout or a weak ground ball.
He got him. Fastball on the outside corner. Got him looking. That was a good fastball.
Yeah, he painted
by
it.
Davis.
It was. He painted it. I think Lopez was thinking like I'm thinking breaking ball. He guessed again. He guessed right. You can't guess with 2 strikes, though. But I think more than anything, look at the ball. It's down and on the corner. Great execution. A lot different when the ball's down at the knees crossing it than up at your letters.
It's only the second strikeout for Davis, but it's a big one with a man at third. Now Kochman is up, and they're going to walk him intentionally. So they're going to walk the left-handed bat. Josh Wilson, the right-handed hitting shortstop, will be up.
That might have been his best fastball of the game as far as command.
I think it was. And he was up 94, 95 with it, I think, and just on that corner. You know, these are always interesting situations, too. It's a left-handed hitter, and you've got a right-handed hitter next. But what you have is a left-handed hitter who had gone 0 for 2 tonight, making him 4 for 51. And now you got a right-handed hitter who came into the game 5 for his last 13.
Yeah, it's
so that's a tough decision.
It is, and I understand what Joe's thinking, because Kochman is, even though the numbers are not good, he lays a pretty good at bat on you. He's a pretty good fastball hitter, pretty good contact hitter. And I think he feels the breaking balls. Way throw some breaking balls to Wilson's got a better matchup for him, because the breaking ball's been pretty good.
Davis has retired him twice tonight on a ground ball to second and a fly ball to left.
And both were on breaking balls, one a slider, one a curveball.
And a swing and a miss. He gets the fastball by him to start the at bat.
Yeah, off the outside corner. Again, it's fastball. Everything works off the fastball. If you have command of the fastball, no problem. You get everybody out.
Walks in the inning. Leadoff walk to Gutierrez. Wild pitch and a throwing error by Jaso put him at third. Kochman intentionally walked with 2 outs. And it's a 1-1 count on Josh Wilson. And a stop right there by Jaso on that breaking ball.
Yeah, the first 2 fastballs were to set up the breaking stuff. He went fastball away, fastball in. Good breaking ball right there. Just a bit too much. Nice block by Jason to save a run. You really don't have to hold Kochman on if you don't want to. He cannot run a lick. In fact, he might be closer to the bag than Pena is over there.
2-1. And it's fouled into the screen. He was late on the fastball.
Well, the reason I say that is you give yourself, take the hole away from Wilson with 2 strikes. If you don't want to, you could actually play behind Kochman and give yourself a little bit more range on the right side of the infield there.
Two and two. Davis calling time, stepping back for a moment before he makes this next big pitch here in the 6th. Going to keep it a 3-1 game. 2-2 pitch. And it's fouled. Kochman was taking off. Let's see another one from Davis.
That's to try to steal a run there now with 2 strikes. That's what Don Wakamatsu's thinking. What he would have Kochman do is break halfway, and if the throw's to second, he'd have him stop and get the run down and see if they could steal a run with the speed of Gutierrez at third base. That's what that's about.
So again, Davis ready with the 2-2. And a high pop fly short left. Bartlett out calling for it. Now Crawford runs him off and makes the catch to retire the side. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's 3-1 Seattle. Is another family fun day presented by the St. Petersburg Times. Braves will be taking on the Mariners in Game 3 of the series, and the first 10,000 kids 14 and under receive a light blue Rays hat presented by New Era Cap. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets today.
How about the Ray popcorn container? That's pretty big, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it appears that it's getting close to the bottom.
I think it's empty.
Yeah. Anakoa Teixeira is the new pitcher making his 11th appearance. He's 0-1 with a .355.
Well, interesting because Pfister pretty much...
Dan's getting the final 2 or 3 kernels.
Yeah,
what, you ate it all? This is all I get?
Yeah, did you see that look? He's pretty upset. They're going to get another one.
There's a strike call. Evan Longoria leading off the bottom of the 6th. Well, hurry back from the popcorn stand. We'll see if the Rays can do something here in the bottom of the 6th. 2. Fastball.
Another two-seamer to Evan Longoria right there. Yeah, Pfister, 5 innings, 93 pitches. That's pretty much where Don Wakamatsu wants to hit the wall with him. That's it. Not much. Doesn't want him to go to 100.
It's fouled away. Still 2 strikes. The Rays saw this right-hander Teixeira twice in the series in Seattle. Worked a total of 2 innings against the Rays. Gave up a hit. Struck out 4, walked 1. Longoria missed the slider. Tossed down to first, and Evan is out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, if you were thinking about the odds, let's take a look at our Toyota trend. The Rays are 0-10 for the history of the franchise on this date, May the 14th. So they're due.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's amazing.
The guys in the truck stayed awake on the entire flight back from the West Coast, researching that. And a little tap foul by Carlos Pena. That's what they do on those long flights.
Yeah, they do a lot of research.
Home.
Yeah, 4.5 hours worth.
Yep. They never even look up.
Nope.
Just research. Pitches down to Pena. 1-1. You know, they initially ruled that run the Rays scored in the 3rd unearned, but they've decided to make a change on that, and it is going to be an earned run at this point. It's low. 2-1. So he'll be charged with a run on 4 hits in 5 innings.
Well, he still keeps that ERA about where it was. 1.71 coming in.
Carlos pounds it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mariners have the shift employed. Carlos grounded out to the second baseman Figgins, getting it into the shift in the 2nd inning.
If that run had been unearned, he would be at 153. How about that? Mostly sinkers.
And that's too low. Count is full.
It's a shame the results aren't there for Carlos. He's had better at bats than the tough streak he's going through. Not getting many hits.
And just enough of that one to stay alive. A foul ball. A couple of off-speed pitches from Teixeira.
Base runner again. Putting the pressure on the defense. They loaded the bases in the 5th.
3-2, and it's rolled foul. Hasn't given up a run in his last 4 outings. And that is strike 3 call. Well, he went changeup, slider, changeup, and got him.
He just made a pitch, 3-2. Carlos thought it went outside around the plate, and it did. Better shot
right there. He was not on the swing. It was on the call. Became a 20-inch plate instead of a 17.
Well, BJ takes the fastball in for a strike. Sharon, 24 years old. One and one the count. All those changeups he threw to Pena, and he got him with one, and that was a special point of emphasis this spring for Teixeira. 2-1. Been drafted 06 by the White Sox, and the Mariners took him in the draft from the Yankees organization. He's 2-2 with B.J. Upton after striking out both Longoria and Pena in the 6th. And he strikes out the side. So he strikes out Upton. We go to the 7th, 3-1 Seattle.
For the Rangers, standard message and data rights may apply. Guys, some good news today before the game for the Rays. J.P. Howe, who's had that shoulder weakness in spring training, was actually out on the real mound today. Not a bullpen session, but he threw live batting practice. Rocco Baldelli, Sean Rodriguez, Reed Brignac, all in the cage. J.P. threw about 25 pitches. He went about 80% today. They're going to see how he recovers from this outing, and then if all is well, Tuesday will be a simulated game, and after that, we could see some minor league rehab games. Back to you, Dwayne.
All of those are encouraging signs from J.P. Howell. Lance Cormier takes over here in the 7th. He's thrown a strike to Adam Moore. Moore has a double and a home run tonight. And another strike. Davis worked the front 6. He made 111 pitches tonight. Gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. Struck out a couple, walked 3. One of those an intentional walk. 1-2 the count. Touch for a couple of home runs. Dan Wheeler is up in the bullpen for the Rays as well, up the right field line. 1-2 the count. Cormier on for the 14th time. Ground ball to second. Brignac makes the play. That's one out here in the 7th inning. Just a reminder to look for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment later in tonight's game.
Later, all right.
Michael Saunders. That's a strike.
You can see Lance coming out of the bullpen throwing strikes here.
Ball that Saunders swings over that one.
Yeah, they got a good book on Saunders. He's got a steady diet of curves and off-speed pitches tonight. Seen him hit that fastball.
And another one, and he's out on strikes. So he curved him. 2 outs.
Good backdoor curveball right there, dropping out of the zone at 78 miles an hour. Starts at the knees, finishes a couple inches off the ground.
Here's Ichiro. He opened the game with a double and scored on the Gutierrez home run. Fastball is away. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the 7th. The Rays are down by 2 runs. There's a strike. What came on the fastball from Cormier? And that's going to be a strike. 1-2, another fastball. Still 2 strikes. 111 pitches tonight for Davis. That's a single game high this year.
Did a nice job working out of that 6th inning, saving a run right there, keeping it at a 2-run differential.
Ichiro, just a piece of it. The count is still 1-2.
This is his watch his leg kick now. It keeps him back. He freezes it right there, reads the pitch, and just stays alive. Right out of the glove of John Jaso.
I don't think anybody does that better than Ichiro. Back, deflected off Cormier, coming in from second, Brignac, but there's no play. Ball deflected off the Rays right-hander, and Cormier hustled after it but couldn't get there in time. And that's a base hit for Ichiro.
Yeah, another multi-hit game for Ichiro. Curveball just serves it right back through the middle. And once again, the reason he can wait, this is taught by Sadahiro in Japan, that leg kick, but not to drift with the leg kick, to freeze it there and read the pitch. And then take your stride and put your foot down. So that's why he can wait so well on a curveball and almost serve it to where the hole is. And he saw a hole up the middle, obviously, and it kicked off of Cormier's leg.
Now Sean Figgins. That pitch is a strike at the knees. Figgins with 3 ground balls tonight. Over to first, Ichiro's back.
Does have 10 stolen bases of the Mariners'
28, now 29, because Sweeney had one in the first inning. 29 stolen bases overall.
And a chop that's going to be over the head of Pena up the right field side. Going to be a double. Over to third goes Ichiro. Figgins chops a two-base hit just over the head of Pena. He didn't hit it hard at all, but bounced it in the right spot.
Well, those are the types of breaks that Figgins is going to need to get his confidence going. And the issue was closing the gap quick enough, because Ichiro can fly, and bends over, so able to get to it, keep the second and third.
So Joe Madden is out. Men at second and third, 2 gone. Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. Top of the 7th. For the latest updates on all the Rays, log on to TampaBay.com. From the diamond to the clubhouse and everywhere in between. We'll bring you in-depth news, stories, and scores 24 hours a day only at TampaBay.com. Well, a 2-out threat by Seattle. 2 men in scoring position, and Dan Wheeler will get the call to face Franklin Gutierrez. He has homered and walked tonight. Wheeler comes on for the 15th time.
Yeah, Dan's been really locked in, really hitting the corners of the plate. Nothing over the heart of the plate. Been painting on the outside corner, getting those ground ball outs.
And the first pitch is a little high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Here's the matchup that Joe Madden saw. 0 for 5, 3 strikeouts. That's why Dan Wheeler was up for this situation right here.
Swing and a miss. 1-1. That was a high slider, I think.
Yeah, it was a little slider up. You can see the uppercut right there by Gutierrez. He was looking to launch a 3-run home run swing right there. He wasn't worried about driving in 2. He was looking for 3.
It's a 1-1 count. And a foul the other way up the right side. So it's been slider, slider, slider here to Gutierrez.
Gutierrez, the way he holds his hands and he's slightly closed, you have the impression you can get in on him with a fastball, but you saw that side shot a moment ago. He really opens up the hips quickly. So he gets through an inside fastball pretty quick. He can fool you.
Well, the 2 home runs he's hit off the Rays have come on fastballs.
Right.
1-2. He got him. He struck him out. He got him with a curveball. He went slider, 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 and got him with a curve to retire the side. We're headed into the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 Seattle. Welcome back to Tropicana Field, where Pat Burrell steps in to lead off the home half of the 7th. It goes after the first pitch. It's a fly ball back toward the right field line, and Ichiro makes the catch. That is out number 1. Pfister for 5. Teixeira struck out the side in the 6th. And John Jaso will bat with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. John 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch strike. Twins have taken a 4-3 lead in New York in the top of the 7th inning. A ground ball by the mound to short. Wilson has it and a throw to first. 2 quick outs. The Mosaic Company and the Rays working together in the fight to end hunger. Through home runs for food, each Rays home run this season, the Mosaic Company donates $500 to local food banks through Feeding America Tampa Bay, Florida's leading hunger relief agency. To date, home runs for food. Well, we don't know. We haven't calculated that yet. Feeding America, though, here in Tampa Bay. Here's Reed Brignac. 1 ball, no strikes. That's a strike. 1-1.
It looked like it was off the outside corner. Reed's had 2 really good at bats tonight. Double and a walk, run scored.
A ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2. Five up, 5 down against Teixeira. Brignac has worked the count full, and another good at bat. He laid off a changeup.
Yeah, he's reading the ball out of Teixeira's hand and Fisher's hand earlier really well, not committing at all. And he's been trying to go opposite field.
And there's ball 4, so the Rays get a base runner. Third time Brignac has been on with a double and 2 walks.
Very patient and selective at bats by Brignac, not chasing the low breaking balls.
Goodare is going to call time and trot to the mound. The Seattle pitching coach before they work to Jason Bartlett. And I think they're going to get some further action in their bullpen down the left field line. There's some stirring going on. John Kelly just started to throw.
Well, they've got some power arms in their bullpen. Kelly's one of them. Of course, Aardsma, their closer. 87% of Aardsman's pitches last year were fastballs. He just powers you with the fastball.
Here's Bartlett. Brignac back in at first. Got a run on 4 hits off Pfister. Looking at Teixeira in his second inning of work. Ground ball, shortstop. Wilson's toss to Figgins for the force. Retires the side. The Rays leave a man. We're through 7. 3-1 Seattle. Eighth inning at Tropicana Field. 3-1. Seattle leads this game. If you're traveling this year, you can take the Rays right with you. Subscribe to MLB.TV to see the Rays, see every game live or on demand on your computer. Visit RaysBaseball.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Dan Wheeler back to the hill here in the 8th inning. Joaquin Benoit is busy in the bullpen up the right field line. Wheeler faces Mike Sweeney to begin the 8th, and a swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1.
Dan Wheeler made a great pitch to get Gutierrez out. Curveball in the 7th inning. In a tough situation to keep the game at 3-1 with runners at 2nd and 3rd. That was a great pitch. He's been pitching extremely well.
He is the 3rd Rays pitcher of the night. And a foul. Fastball fouled back to the right. He's ahead of Sweeney. 0-2. Wheeler's now 3rd on the all-time Rays appearance list, moving ahead of Roberto Hernandez. One ball, 2 strikes. Breaking that one down and away. Davis works 6. Cormier 2/3. Wheeler got the last out in the 7th. Going to get the first out here in the 8th. And it's down a bit. Took a shot with a fastball down there. 2-2.
Yeah, if you're going to miss, that's a spot to miss. Miss down. Pretty good effort right there, trying to paint the outside corner. You just need to take a look at it for strike 3.
And Sweeney getting time. Sweeney singled his first time up and eventually stole 3rd. A couple of fly balls since then. And this one is wide, a fastball outside. And it's a full count. So the veteran Sweeney against the veteran Wheeler here in the 8th. Sweeney, as you know, a long-time member of the Kansas City club. And there's a fly ball to deep to left. Crawford back, and that ball is going to get out of here. A 3-2 pitch. A slider, and Sweeney hits it out to make it 4-1. Crawford ran out of room out there.
They got a slider up a little bit off the end of the bat. You got the outside part of the zone was a little bit up, enough for Sweeney to put a good swing at it. He wasn't sure, and you're right. It just got over the yellow line right there. He got enough of it.
So the Mariners have hit 3 home runs in this game. And here's Lopez. He fouls it back. That's a strike. Wheeler had gone 8 appearances without allowing a run, and Sweeney hits that slider out of here. Like Wheeler had retired 17 out of 19 hitters he'd faced before that leadoff homer, and here's a line drive and a base hit into left center. And so Lopez is aboard. So a homer and now a single. And Madden comes out. He has Benoit in the bullpen. And that's going to be it. We'll make another call to the bullpen here. Back in a moment. Back at Tropicana Field, Joaquin Benoit will be pitcher number 4 for the Rays. They now trail by 3. It's a 4-1 game, and Benoit will inherit a runner, Lopez, at first base.
Yeah, he's been very good in 4 games. Keeps getting better each time he gets an appearance. The fastball been at about 93 to 94. The changeup is really coming along.
Casey Kochman, the left-handed hitting first baseman, the batter. The pitch is wide. 1-0. So the Mariners finished off their series in Baltimore by hitting 3 home runs, and they've come right back and hit 3 tonight. There's a strike.
Well, they had a 5-1 lead last night, or yesterday afternoon in the 8th inning, and Baltimore came back and put up 5 against Brandon Lee. They went on to win it.
A 1-1 count to Kochman. And a high popper left side toward the line. Crawford is there and makes the catch. So Kochman is retired. And the hitter will be Josh Wilson. Wilson 0 for 3. Ground ball and 2 fly balls to left. And the fastball was late on it and fouls it out of play. Benoit, 32 years old, making his 5th appearance. He missed last year because of the tear in his right rotator cuff. This one is pulled foul, well foul down the left side, 0-2.
Yeah, change up right there. A little bit up, but the 12-mile-an-hour differential in the velocity made him to get a foul ball strike out of it.
And a popper right side foul ball. Pena is there to make the catch.
Nice comeback. Little wrinkle right there. Little slider.
So with 2 outs, the hitter will be Adam Moore. It's a matchup for you Sunday here on Sun Sports in high definition. Cliff Lee against Matt Garza. Moore with a double and a home run tonight. Pitch is too high. 1-0. Fastball. There's Cliff Lee, the left-hander for Seattle. And a line drive to third, caught by Longoria to retire the side. A run, 2 hits, and a man left. Bottom of the 8th coming. 4-1 Seattle. question brought to you by AutoWay. AutoWay, if you need a car, truck, or van, who are you going to call? AutoWay. Call 1-800-SHOP-AutoWay. Message and data rates may apply. Sean Kelly will be the new pitcher for Don Wakamatsu and the Seattle Mariners. Their third of the night, and the Rays have Crawford, Zobrist, and Longoria due up in the 8th. For his first hit. He takes the pitch for a strike. He walked in the 5th inning. He's looking for a couple base runners here in the 8th. He comes in with another strike, a fastball at 92. Upstairs.
Good numbers for Sean Kelly. 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio in 10 innings.
Still a ball, 2 strikes.
One of the strengths of the Mariners, we saw that last year. Good bullpen, power arms in their bullpen. They finished 3rd in ERA last year. They're 3rd in ERA in the American League this year.
And a foul back. And Kelly hasn't worked. This is the 5th day pitched in their series against the Angels. That would have been on the 9th, his last outing. 1 inning, 1 hit, and a walk, no runs. The ground ball right side. Kotsman cannot field it cleanly, and Crawford is aboard. Now Crawford has a base hit to open the 8th. It's only the 2nd time tonight the Rays have put the leadoff man on.
Kotsman to his glove side. He's an excellent first baseman. Normally he picks that ball. Even if he picked it though cleanly, Carl probably would have beat it out.
Now Ben Zobrist. Ben lifts a fly ball to left. Going after the first pitch fastball, and Saunders makes the catch. 1 on, 1 out. And Evan Longoria will be the hitter. Pitch of the at-bat.
I like it. He called time to it. Wally Bell gave it to him so he could set himself and get ready. That's a fastball up. A little bit above the belt, and he didn't miss it. Just an effortless swing. Just good bat speed, good balance.
So Longoria now with 31 runs batted in. It's a 1-run game. Mercader makes a visit to the mound and heads back. David Ardsma begins to throw in the bullpen here in the 8th inning.
Brandon League is probably not available. He's pitched a lot lately, and I mentioned he pitched the whole 8th inning yesterday.
Gave up 5 runs, including 2 home runs and a grand slam in 1 inning to end up losing the game.
Now there's Carlos Pena. Carlos looks for his first hit of the night. Batting against the shift, and Kelly. The pitch is a strike. Off speed.
Yep. I think he'd see a fastball after that fastball that Longoria turned around. At least first pitch.
And that's a strike. Tried to check, but
2 change-ups in a row.
So 2 quick strikes.
Fastball up.
Carlos fouls it back. Two runs home with 1 out, and the base is now empty following the 2-run home run by Longoria. And he finds himself down in the count. Fastball away. 1-2. Rays have the lefty Randy Choate and the right-hander Rafael Soriano busy in their bullpen. And a swing and a miss. He went back to the changeup. Now Pena's out on strikes.
Good arm speed on this changeup right here. A little tailing action. Just a perfect pitcher's pitch by Kelly. Big swing by Carlos.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's B.J. Upton. And a strike ball. And again. 0-2.
2 breaking balls to B.J. Upton.
One ball, 2 strikes. And a wave and a miss. He's out on strikes on the slider. So the Rays are finished in the second, but they are in the 8th, but they get 2. And now we go to the 9th, a 4-3 Seattle lead. the 18th time, 0-2. He's on to face Michael Saunders, the left-handed hitting left fielder, the number 9 hitter that Ichiro and Figgins do. And the bunt is popped up, foul, and Jaso makes the catch. So Saunders trying to bunt, pops out in foul territory. It's John Jaso handling.
Trying to take everybody by surprise, trying to drag one with him, with Choate being the lefty. Just trying to take everybody by surprise. They can surprise Don Wakamatsu.
And here is Ichiro. Well, Ichiro 2 for 4. He opened the game with a double and scored on the Gutierrez home run. Two balls, no strikes. Ichiro 0 for 3 in his career against Choate. Grant Balfour's throwing in the bullpen. There's the strike. 2-1. There's Grant. And a tap deflected by Choate, and Ichiro is aboard. Now Bartlett was going to be set to make that play, it appeared, and that slight deflection will give Ichiro a base hit.
Yeah, it would have been a routine ground ball to Jason for sure. No question. He might have to get rid of it quickly, but he would have had it. He'd have had to come in and charge and get rid of it quickly. But it's actually a play Choate, couldn't make. It's to his glove side. He just kicked it up at the end of his glove. So that's how Ichiro hits. He's a magician.
Now here's Figgins. And this one's skipping by to the backstop. And then Ichiro moves into second base on a wild pitch.
That's tough now because Ichiro can take third base. He will steal third base, and off the lefty, it's a lot easier. With one out, he'll definitely be thinking about that.
So Figgins chopped a double up the right field line in the 7th inning. It's a little ground ball foul, third base side. It takes the count to 1-1. Figgins at the start of the night hitting .316 right-handed and just .123 left-handed. There's a strike. 1-2. Strike call. Choate comes back to strike him out looking. 2 gone.
These are fastballs that
Box track says they're off the inside corner. That's what Sean Figgins stopped, and Wally Bell made the final call.
So the Rays will make a pitching change here. Grant Balfour is going to get the call, and we'll be back in a moment. Longoria pulling the Rays to another run on this home run. His 9th homer of the year. Came in the bottom of the 8th with Carl Crawford aboard, making it 4-3, and it's 4-3 here in the 9th. Grant Balfour gets the call to face Franklin Gutierrez with Ichiro Suzuki at second base. 2 gone.
Grant's been pitching well. Only a couple of walks, 14 strikeouts, a 2.25. Saw him in every game in Anaheim.
Pitch is low.
That breaking ball is a pitch that's made his fastball more effective. He's using that more and more. Gutierrez is a good fastball hitter.
And there's a strike. That's the slider. It's 1-1. Now back. On a fastball, sets up a 1-2 count.
Yeah, Jason wants to be sure, see what Grant wants to do here. Jason Bartlett's going to check in as well.
Rays in the bottom of the 9th, due to have Earl, Jason, and Brignac. Barnesman is up in the bullpen for Seattle. Ivar still up there. Bottom of the 9th. Stairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that was by design. See if they get Gutierrez to chase a high fastball.
Slider. Gutierrez surprised. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Rays need 1 to keep it going, 2 to win it. 4-3 Seattle here, bottom of the ninth, and our Home Depot boy doing more on defense. Well, a double play ball off the bat of B.J. Upton in the fourth inning ended one Rays threat, and then Ben Zobrist thought he had a good pitch to hit and just got it off the end of the bat a little bit in the fifth. That left the bases loaded. And as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning, David Ardsma is the pitcher, and Pat Burrell leads it off, sending a high fly ball into right. Suzuki is there, and he makes the catch. That's the first out.
David Ardsma is all about fastball command. Everything works off his fastball. He throws a fastball about 87% of the time. And I've talked to him about that. That's what he threw last year, charting his pitches. 87% of the time, it's a fastball. Look at his numbers right there in 12 innings.
And Jaso takes a strike.
How about that? 9 of 21 losses have come in the final at bat.
And of those 11 losses on the road, 9 have come in the last at bat. How about that?
That's amazing. That really is.
2 now to Jaso.
And I don't blame John. That last pitch looked away. Trying to lock in, that zone widened up right there to get him down 0-2.
And he's out on strikes. So Ardsma has made 4 pitches and has recorded 2 outs.
2 fastballs to get ahead, and that was a high slider.
Well, Reed Brignac has had good at-bats all night as he tries to keep this one going for the Rays. He has doubled and twice has walked. And he looks at a healthy strike.
Yeah, there's no secrets early in the count with Ardsma. As I said, he's just going right at you.
Ardsma last worked on the 8th against the Angels. 1-1. Gave up 4 hits and a run in an inning and a third, and took the loss. And a foul back on a fastball. It's 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Took a shot at the slider, 1-2. Just like on Jaso, hit 0-2, got him with a slider. 2-2. Gotta believe he'll go back with his fastball.
And a foul ball. He turned it up a notch there, hit 95 with the fastball. New York has an 8-4 lead on the Twins. Toronto leads Texas 16-10 in their game. And now full count. So here's Brignac with another good at bat.
Yeah, 4 good at bats by Reed Brignac. Ardsma, he'll probably go all the way with the fastball.
3-2. And a foul ball. That's out of play. So another 3-2 pitch with 2 outs and the base is empty. And he's out on strikes. That ends the game. 1-2-3 go the Rays in the ninth as Ardsma picks up 2 strikeouts to close it out, and it's a 4-3 final. Pfister will get the win. Davis will take the loss, and a save for Ardsma. 27,856 here tonight. So Pfister is 3-1, Davis 3-3, and the 9th save for Arnsma. We'll be with you Sunday on Sun Sports. Mariners and the Rays beginning at 1 o'clock. Post-game show, Rays Live, comes your way next. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast. If not, the